everybody. Hope you're all good. Nice to have you all today. So I will be joining with Benjamin Onyango very, very soon. Just one moment. Okay, I see you here, Benjamin. I'll be joining you on the live. Okay. Hi, everyone. Start very shortly.
Hey.
Hey, Benjamin.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Awesome. Great. My name is Paula, so I'll be interviewing today. It's great to have you
Okay.
with us. Okay. All right. So get started. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our third installment of Faith in Films. This is brought to you by Kingdom Focus Media, and my name is Paula. And I'm joined here with none other than actor, sound engineer, comedian, musician, multi-talented, Benjamin Onyango. Hi, Benjamin.
Hey, Paula, how you doing?
I'm very, very good, thank you. I'm very, very well. It's good to have you here. I assume it's about 1, 2 p.m. in sunny Los Angeles. So I hope you're enjoying your day so far.
Oh yeah, yes. I'm in the studio. This is the place for me.
Ah,
Right now in the quarantine, this is the
oh,
best
yeah,
place to be.
of course. Get those creative juices
Yeah.
flowing. Okay,
Amen.
so now we're going to dive into Beautifully Broken. This is one of the films that we have shown at our focus nights that we hold every 3 months. And
Yeah.
Beautifully Broken was shown, and the people that came and watched it loved it. If you did watch Beautifully Broken with us, give us a thumbs up. We would love to know who was there, and if you even have a scene that you loved, share it with us. Beautifully Broken is based on a true story about three different families that are going through three different unique situations, and somehow
Yeah.
those situations collide. And then they are figuring out how to find their hopefully happy ending.
Yep.
Now, Benjamin, would love to know a bit more about the role that you played, if you'd like to share that with us, please.
Yeah, I played actually a real person. His
Ah,
name is William Wizera. He's
okay.
Wendy's, and actually got to meet him too. That's
Oh,
the
wow,
funny part
wonderful.
about this whole thing. Yeah, I met him in person, and just before we shot, they they flew me out there to Nashville,
Okay.
and they brought him on the second day. They brought him, and we went to a hotel. I mean, a restaurant, and we sat there.
Yeah,
And I think they wanted me to meet the real person before I played him,
yeah,
and I think it was a good thing too
yeah,
because I was like, I just wanted to see his demeanor, how he talks, how he
yeah,
sounds, and all that stuff. And I found out we were pretty close. He's a gentleman. He's one of those people who you see and you just see wisdom
yeah,
about this. Not even all that stuff that he was talking in the movie that I portrayed.
yeah,
That's the guy.
yeah.
It was
Wow.
it was amazing. Yeah.
Wow. So it was definitely very helpful meeting him
Yes.
when you did, yeah. So was it just that one time that you met him and that helped you throughout the whole film processing?
Yes. The rest of it, of course, is prepping. You get a script and you read the script over and over again.
Yeah,
And I read this thing and I just wanted to understand this person. Just what he went through was just amazing stuff. Things that most immigrants go through. That his was worse. People
yeah,
being killed, and it was 1990. That I think it was 96. That was a bad time for Africa.
yeah,
No, just they are actually the whole world. It was
yeah,
that massacre was bad. So he obviously went through a hard time, and I immersed myself in that character as I read all the things about him, what he was going through, how he escaped, and all that stuff. And when I saw him, I was like, I'm gonna do this thing justice because
yeah,
this guy survived this stuff. He went through these things, and here he is
yeah,
now doing great things in Nashville.
yeah,
Because he helps because of what he went through. He actually started a project there in
Wow.
a legacy home in Nashville to help people like him. Come
Wow.
on, when I heard that, I was like, wow,
Wow.
you know. So it blew my mind, and I wanted to give it justice, and that's
Yeah.
what I did. I think I did. I think I did.
Yeah. And you say that meeting him, did that make the difference? So if you had just received the role, the script, and you went about just, working on the movie set, would you say that meeting him made the difference and helps you as you're portraying
No,
William?
it was an icing on the cake.
Yeah.
It's like I would still have played him the way I read it on the script and everything, but just to see the real person I'm playing
Yes.
was an icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I look at it.
Okay, wonderful. And William was one of the lead roles in the film, Beautifully
Yes.
Broken, and it was one of your first leading roles in a film. And did you feel like that was your finally moment once you got that film? Because you've been acting for quite some time now, and
Yeah.
this role was a standout role for you. So would you say that it was like a finally moment, like this is the one, that's finally it?
Yes, actually, you're not wrong. That Beautifully Broken was actually the second time I was a lead in the
Ah,
movie,
okay.
but the first one was Kwame in
Okay.
2018, where I actually got I got Best Actor for Kwame.
Okay.
But the difference between Beautifully Broken and Kwame was Beautifully Broken was a feature film.
Okay.
And yes, you are right. When I did that movie, it was a time when the most movie theaters were asking, studios were asking for African content and all that stuff. And it was a time when I was like, okay, finally, I think yes,
Yeah.
this is the moment for me.
Yeah.
And I was even hopeful about the Oscars and that kind of stuff and everything because I thought they said they were gonna apply for that. So you can imagine how how it was for me. I was like, yes, after doing acting for so long,
Yes.
and I finally get this role that portrays, that just it's just amazing. It had a lot of curves, there was anger, frustration, joy, because all the emotions,
Mm.
human emotions were all rolled up into that role. So yes, it was one of those moments that I thought, yes, finally I'm there.
Yeah.
But you know how life is, life has ups and downs.
Yeah.
So I wasn't rewarded in the way I was thinking, but the reward was playing somebody who's so real and putting the Rwanda genocide and back on the map and just showing people, what happened. It
Yeah.
was it was a terrible time. Yes, yeah.
I can imagine. Now, part of the film, as you mentioned, some of the themes in the film, there was anger, there were quite a few things going on. Psychologically, how did you cope with acting in some of the more vivid scenes in the film, such as, when you had to hide in the coffee house when you're running from
Mhm.
the people that were trying
Yeah,
to kill you in the movie? How did
yeah,
you prepare for such scenes and even deal with acting out the scenes?
yeah. Actually, that scene was one of the most, man. Uh, for me, what I do is I read the script and I read it over and over again. And when on the day of the job, I take I just take everything out of my mind and I become that character.
Yeah.
And when we went on that day, when we went to the coffee house,
Mhm.
and we only to find that's the place of refuge where we were
Wow.
running to.
Yeah.
He called us to, hey, come over here. We will be safe. And then we go and find a massacre.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it was terrible for me, and I actually felt it. I wasn't even acting at that time, and I remember telling them, no, put the child on the ground. No, because they had put some just whatever, or just pretend that he's down there on the ground. I said, no, put her on the ground.
Wow.
Because when I see her there,
Mm.
the child that I'd already talked to just 2 days ago, and there
Yeah.
she is, dead.
Yeah.
It brought out the emotion that was needed,
Yeah.
and that helped. And yeah, and yeah, that's how I got ready for that role. It was great.
Wow, powerful. And you did that role justice, I can assure you
Mm,
that. Now,
mm,
Beautifully Broken presents many themes,
mm.
love, reconciliation and friendship, forgiveness, and quite a few more scenes. Which theme resonated with you the most, would you say?
Actually, that one, the one we just spoke about,
Yeah,
and then the almost at the very end where I go back to Rwanda to meet my auntie, and then his son thinks I'm coming for revenge,
yeah, yes,
and
yeah,
I'm gonna kill him.
yes,
So I'm gonna kill the
yeah,
mother. That
because of what
part,
he did,
and
yeah.
then instead I forgive her for what happened to my mom
Mm,
because the son is the one who killed my mother,
yes,
and she thought she was going to save my mom because she was Hutu,
yeah,
but it didn't go that way.
no,
So it went sour.
yeah,
And so this guy thinks I'm coming, even the mother thinks I'm coming to kill her
yeah,
for revenge. But instead, I do something amazing. I
yeah,
forgive her and I wash her feet. And I was that part when you see the son put the machete down,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
even he can believe it
yeah,
that what just happened. That's redemption right there.
yeah. Because
That part.
he was prepared
Got me.
to kill you if that was the case,
Yes,
to have a
yes,
showdown.
yes,
But to see that you
yes.
back down, then it gave
Hmm.
him the ability to back down as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And he was confounded. He couldn't believe it.
yeah,
He
yeah,
was I bet you he was confused. He left that
yes,
place not even knowing where he
yeah,
was. So
yeah,
that's the magic of that moment.
yeah,
How yeah.
definitely amazing. Now out of all the faith, sorry, so um I remember some time ago you did an interview and you talked about how at the time when the film had just been released, how it was a timely film at that time. You came out in 2018 and you said that it was a timely film for everyone to go and see. Now, for those who
Mhm,
haven't seen it yet, and now we're in 2020,
mhm.
what would you say, or what would you say to motivate them to go and watch that film?
Oh, yes. During this quarantine time where everybody's just sitting at home, nobody's working and stuff, please make Beautifully Broken one of your movies to watch. Why? Because it has all these, uh, it's a story of love,
Yeah.
reconciliation, redemption,
Hmm.
peace. And it's all these good things that humans need to to function. They're all rolled up into this movie.
Yeah,
So yes, and it's also a fantastic movie. It's a movie
it
that
is.
shot well, and yes, I encourage everybody to go watch it. Beautifully Broken is on Amazon Prime. Go watch it. Oh yes, yeah. And if you're in the United States, you can go buy it from Walmart.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
So no matter where you are, guys, find the film, watch it. It's a great, great movie. And also, guys, if you have any questions that you would like to ask Benjamin, to do with Beautifully Broken or his career or just about the industry, feel free to tap the question mark icon, type in a question, and then we'll be able to answer them for you. I do have one question about the film now that would be good to answer. How long did it take for you to film the whole movie?
I think it was
You remember?
19 or 20 days. I think it was 19 or 20 days because we shot like a few days. I think 2 weeks in Nashville,
Yeah.
and if I'm not wrong, 3 weeks total in South Africa. That's
Okay.
where it went. Yes.
Okay. And is that standard for a standard time for how long a film should be filmed for? Is that the standard amount of time, or
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that
that's kind
quite
of
quick?
sad. Yeah, yeah. Most independent movies are shot in at least a month. A month, 2 months. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's pretty standard. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now, Beautifully Broken is not the only faith-based film that you have played in. You played in God's Not Dead, and most recently you played in Freshman Year, which is on
Yeah.
Netflix, guys. So check it out. It's not just come out, but it is number 3 or I think number 2. So check it out. It's a really good movie. It's had really good reviews. Now, did God's Not Dead ignite the passion for faith-based films, would you say?
Yes, no, not really that it ignited. I've always been open to me. I'm a Christian. I've always been open to do anything,
Yeah,
whatever. But the good thing is that, okay, when I did God's Not Dead, that was my first faith-based movie.
yeah.
And it happened to have a sequel.
Ah,
And then another one. I'm like,
yes.
wow, okay. So, but how I got beautifully broken was, Lisa Arnold was one of the producers of God's Not Dead 1.
Okay.
She remembered.
Oh,
And she was also a producer on Beautifully Broken.
nice.
So I guess she told him, hey, I got the guy for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Benjamin from God's Not Dead 1. And
Mm.
that's how I got that role.
Okay.
So, yeah, and then since the funny thing is that the last 7 movies I've done are all faith-based.
Wow.
So you tell me what's going on.
What is going
Is it
on?
the time? Is this what God wants me to do? I don't know. I don't know. Because I did God's Not Dead 1, 2, and 3. That's 3
Yeah.
movies. And then the next one was Heavenly Deposit.
Yes.
And then the next one was, these are all faith-based. And then the next one was that's 4 so far. Freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
And then after freshman year, no, Beautifully Broken first, and then freshman year.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that's still not out yet. It's called Jesus Saved.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm like, wow. So that's what's going on.
Seems to be a pattern that has formed.
Yeah, that's maybe God's just weaving something for me to follow.
Yeah.
That yeah, I guess, yeah, sure.
But would you be open to still doing non-faith-based films? Or are you happy with the path that you're on at the moment?
Yes, I'm happy on this path, but if I get anything else, I'll do it, of
Yeah.
course. Because at the end of the day, I'm an actor. There's
Yes.
just certain roles that I would never do,
Mm.
just because of my faith and all that stuff. But yes, I can play anything.
Yeah.
I'm open to secular movies and faith-based.
Yeah. Okay.
But am
Um,
I happy that I'm doing this faith-based? Oh yes,
yeah,
for sure.
of
uh,
course.
bless,
And
bless.
so the 7 faith-based films you've done, out of all the ones that you have done, um, are there any of the roles that you have played that have deeply affected you personally? Perhaps have even changed changed you permanently, changed how you go about your life or how you even pick a film?
Yeah, God's Not Dead had a very wide, the first one especially, had a very wide audience. And that movie reached a lot of people who never believed, never even cared about Christianity and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And we were able to reach those people.
Yeah.
And especially the interviews that I had after that movie came out. And when I was talking to people, and people were like, this is it. I'm now changing all this stuff I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be watching faith-based movies now
Wow.
because of. So yes, so that impact when I saw that the people that a movie actually can change somebody like that,
Yeah.
it impacted me,
Yeah.
and it gave me the the reason to want to do more like that. And
Mm.
that's why I'm happy about doing faith-based movies.
Yeah.
It's changing people for the better. Yes, any day, give me that.
Yes. 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 Love it. Okay. So now I'd love to know, or I'm sure even the people that are watching would love to know a bit more about you and your journey into acting. So
Mhm.
one of the quotes from Beautifully Broken that I love so much is when you say, your life is not where you've come from, but what you do with the days before you.
Mhm.
So looking at where you've come from, you came from Kenya in Nairobi,
Mhm.
to where you
Yeah.
are now in Los Angeles. What was the
Mhm.
journey like, specifically related to acting?
Oh man, the journey from Kenya to America is actually. I'm writing a book right now it's called From Jericho to Hollywood.
Wow.
And so that's gonna put all that in there. But it's not been easy. It's not
Yeah.
been easy at all because yeah, I came here with my own money. Nobody sent there was my parents were poor. There was nobody to send me money. And I came here with $3,000
Wow.
maximum. That's it. That's what
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
And then the first tuition and fees was 2,600.
Because you came
So
here
there
to
you go.
study, or to
I
America
came
to
with
study.
3,000 or 3,300 around there.
Okay.
So now I have $400 to my name.
Wow.
And this is just one semester of tuition and fees. How did I survive? To this day, I still don't know how I survived.
Yeah.
It was God.
Yeah.
Because I still owe $10,000 to the school. They're still sitting with my degree, you know, until you pay. It's crazy. It's the journey has been, like life journey. Life is a journey, just like we've said, that has ups and downs,
Yes.
valleys and mountains and all that stuff. And if you don't go through a rough patch,
Yes.
how are you going to learn that, oh, okay, so I am grateful for where God's put me now in Los Angeles. I'm doing better than when I first started. And yeah, so it's been a crazy moment, but I'm happy where I'm at right now.
You're happy, yeah.
I hope
When
I answered you. I don't know if I read
No,
too
no, you
many
did,
ways,
you
but
did.
I
No,
hope
you
I
did.
answered.
So when
Mhm.
you came here to study, to do a degree, and you wanted to pursue acting, would you say, I know you touched on how it wasn't a smooth sailing journey, but would you say that the picture that you had in mind, the plans you had in mind, that's what lived out? Or was it a shock to the
Uh,
system?
yes. Okay. Yes, I wanted to be the first person ever in my family tree to go
Okay.
to university because
Yeah.
that hadn't happened at all.
Yeah.
So I managed to do that. Yes. And then as soon as I was done, I called mom. Hey, I got a degree. There's your degree, mom. Now I'm going to Hollywood to do what really I came here to do because I've
Yeah.
always been in the entertainment. Even when I was in Nairobi way back when I was young,
Yeah.
I was still in entertainment. Anyways, I had a band there, and so that's why I was coming to Hollywood now to do that, to do what really I think my heart, uh, what God put in my heart to do, and that's entertain people. So I became a musician. I continued being a musician, and I got into films.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I think so. Yes, it played out not the way I thought, but yes, it was better for the better.
Yeah, yeah. So, because you were so passionate about acting, that kept you going. So,
Yes.
all through the years you came here, you had only about $400 left. So that's okay. Now I have to find a solution. What was that like, making ends meet day by day until you got to a position where, okay, I'm okay for now.
It was difficult. It was really difficult, but I had to work very, very hard because now I so and when I came first, I was here by myself. My wife and daughter was 2 years old. They were still over there in Kenya, and then finally a year later they joined me. And then when she was able to get work, which she wasn't even allowed to work, but she got work anyways. So that kind of helped the situation. So now I can go to school uh, uh, permanently, and she's working. But even that process wasn't so that easy because I had $2,600 to be paying every semester, and we have rent to pay and all that stuff. So I was working. I was working at the school the 20 hours that's allowed by the government.
Yeah,
If you're a foreign student, you work 20 hours, only
yeah,
20 hours a week. That's it. Then after that, I would go out in the evening and make pizza. I was working at Round Table Pizza as a pizza maker, and I worked all the way until we closed.
yeah,
And then the next Saturday and Sundays, I was working. I don't know where I was working. I was doing some other odd jobs. So I was constantly working.
yeah,
It was like, oh, wow. People say America's the greatest. Wow, they don't know. It's work, work, work. It's like I was used to working an 8 to 5 job in Kenya, 8 to 5, and you go home and life continues. Over here, it was work, 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 work all day
yeah.
for like 7 years. It took me 7 years to finish a 4-year degree. And
Wow.
even after I finished, I still owed money at the school.
Yeah.
So it was difficult. It was
Yeah.
difficult. So when I got things, it's when these movies came and now there's money, a little bit money coming in. Yeah, you actually sit down and enjoy and say, okay, yeah, thank you, God.
Yeah.
Finally,
It was all
you
worth
get it.
it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So where did your passion for acting come from? Because you had the plan, you was going to come and do your degree and then continue acting, or have an acting career. But where did it start? Was it in Kenya when it started, when you were a child, when you're a teenager? Where did it come from?
Yes. It's always been I used to I remember in Kenya when I was in a place called Jericho Baptist Church. We were like just teenagers. I used to write uh plays
Okay.
and we would act them out
Yeah.
just as teenagers in the so I think that's where it was born,
Yeah.
but I didn't know it at the time. But when
Yeah.
I came to America and finished school, I was like, wow, let me go back to what uh I started way back then.
Yeah.
So I started extra for a long time, and then finally got into speaking roles and all that. Yeah. So I think it's always been there.
Yeah.
The music I was sure about. That one I knew. It was always music. Everywhere I go, music, guitars all over the place and all that stuff. Yes. But the acting, I went to try it and it turned out to be actually something good for me.
Yeah. Nice, wonderful. And as you mentioned just now that you were doing music and it was going okay because you were playing in Kenya, you was playing as you were studying, and you still play up until now because as you're in your studio currently,
Yes.
yeah. So as you did have music going on for you, what kept you going to want to continue persevering in acting in that career when you did have music already?
Yeah. In everything in life, you strive to be the best to attain the goal. Like in films, everybody's vying for the Oscars, the Oscars, the Oscars.
Yeah.
During my time in the 90s, when I had this a funk rock group called The Passing. We were actually, believe it or not, a Christian rock band.
Wow.
The Passing, we call
Yeah.
ourselves that. And
Yeah.
then that time band names change, alternative band names change to three-letter words, POD, LFO, UFO. So
Yeah.
we changed ours from the passing to passing from Funk Harmonic Orchestra, so PFO. So we also had that three-letter name thing. And we did that for 9 years. We tried so hard, man. Every day you're out there in Hollywood grinding, carrying all those equipment, and we would pay to play. You
Mm.
pay to play. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? $500 to just play for that night. And if you don't
Wow.
sell those tickets, the $500 gone.
Wow.
But we did it for the love of it. So, and then I got a studio when I did Tears of the Sun, in 2000. I was able to get all this money and I built the studio and I continued now recording my own things and then recording my daughters and all that kind of stuff. So music has always been part of me no matter what. So that's why I'm still going with it.
Yes. Okay. Wonderful. Um, so um, you have many talents, as we've already pointed out. You play
Yeah.
the guitar, you do stand-up comedy, you do voice acting, and a lot more. So how important is it for creatives to be open-minded towards other creative opportunities, whilst they wait for work or even whilst they are working as an actor?
I think if God's given you a lot of talents, I think use them, don't waste them. Because think about it, like right now, quarantine,
Yeah,
nobody's going anywhere. So what
yeah,
you going to do?
yeah,
So you're just
exactly.
gonna sit home, watch TV? No.
Yeah,
God gave me a talent to play guitar. So I come into the studio and try to make some songs and maybe shoot videos and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
So that's how I look at it.
yeah,
Don't waste talent that you've been given and just try to do the best that you can with it.
yeah,
Because even I used to teach kids how to play guitar. So you see, I was passing on something that God gave to me
yeah,
to other children.
yeah.
So that's how I look at it. When you got talent, use it for the for the betterment of you and others.
Yeah,
So yeah, so that's
yeah.
what I.
Okay. I have a question that someone has asked. Okay, what determines what roles you take, and does your faith let me find it. Does your faith come into your into your choice making?
Ever since took faith-based movies, yes. Nowadays, I kind of hmm, think what kind of role I'll take and all that stuff. But the one thing I know I would never play like, and I know no disrespect to anybody or whatever. I
Yeah.
know I cannot. There's certain roles that I cannot do for sure. You
Yes.
know, and so yeah, so I watch what it is that I do.
Yeah.
It's like if it's like a movie that needs me to be like totally naked,
Hmm.
I have girls.
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Yeah.
I would never do a role like that.
Mm.
And I can't do like gay themes where I'm actually kissing another guy and all that. I can't do that. I know I will
Mm.
not play it
Yeah.
because it doesn't resonate well with me. Don't know that I have anything against it, but I don't at all. You know,
But it's just what you don't
but
choose to do.
20% of my friends are gay,
Mm.
but I just wouldn't play that role. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So it would just be uncomfortable.
Preference. Yeah.
Not that I'm against the role. No, no, no. It just would. I wouldn't be. It's like if you gave me Shakespeare today.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with Shakespeare. I
Hmm.
can't do Shakespeare well,
Mm.
so I always avoid Shakespeare. You give me Shakespeare, anything that's Shakespearean, I say no. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. Don't want it.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So yes, I choose certain roles according to my strength.
Okay.
If you have a role that needs anger, call me. Naturally, I'll give you a good job with that.
Yeah.
Somebody crying, somebody weeping, so certain emotions, yes, I will do that. But when it's all these Shakespearean, her P and he shade of her tie, I can't do that. I will be the worst actor. They will fire me on the same day.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So and yes, Faith also uh, has makes me choose certain roles, like I started in the very beginning when I was answering.
Yeah.
Yeah, so certain roles I wouldn't do because of faith, and certain roles I wouldn't do because they're not my strength.
Okay. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. Okay. So someone has asked another question. I have another question for you. Okay. Would you say, sorry, question keeps disappearing. Would you say definite, sorry, would you say one definitely needs to take acting classes to be casted in major films? So would you say that it's more training or just talent that gets you by to do major films?
I think it's both.
Okay.
And I'll answer you this way.
Okay.
There are people who have studied theater. They
Okay.
went to school. They know all that stuff and they know how to act themselves and all that stuff, this and that. But then when it comes to the real job, the acting thing,
Yeah.
it doesn't show. Yet they know the technical parts and doing all those. And then there are people who never went to acting school, never did it. Even I never did, but they just have that innate thing inside of them. It's just there.
Yeah.
So I think both,
Yeah.
you make you a stronger person.
Yeah.
So that's why people like me sometimes you think, hey, there's a class I heard that you should take this class. Yeah, I'll go and take it and see what about it.
Yeah.
But what it's all about. And you meet people who have different strengths in the acting field, and
Yeah.
you learn something from one person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, both talent and training are important. And if you got both, more power to you. But not just one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And in your time as your acting career, are there any challenges that you have faced, whether it is, getting a role, getting an audition, um, finding roles that are suitable for you or that you'd prefer, and how have you overcome those challenges?
Oh man, those child. I think it starts with a good agent who will shop you to all these things that they know is your strength and all that stuff. But otherwise, if you don't have, like I started without one, it's really, really difficult to
Okay.
break through that wall.
Yeah.
There's a big old wall that stands between you and where you want to go.
Yeah.
And it's really, really hard, especially sometimes for somebody like me. I'm black. I'm African.
Yeah.
I don't sound African and I don't sound Black American either. I'm just this guy in the middle somewhere, you know.
Mm.
So most roles want you to speak like the last movie I did, Jesus Saves. It's a good
Mm.
example.
Yeah. Okay.
They wanted me to sound African American, like black in the South, way back in the 50s or whatever, and all that stuff. I tried.
Mm.
I did the best that I could. I even got a friend to, work with me. I sent him all the whatever, and then he would say them, and I would say it back after him, and try and all that stuff. So those kind of things where you are, where they say they want. Okay, things are kind of changed. Before they used to have all these Black Americans playing African roles,
Yeah.
and they'll just go in and put on an accent,
Yeah.
and they're taking because they're African American.
Yeah.
The things have changed since Tears of the Sun. Things have changed. They now, if you're African, they want an African role. They want it authentic. So
Okay.
that kind of helped a little, but
Yeah.
still the challenge is still there.
Yeah.
In that if you're not a certain whatever, if you can speak a certain way, then sorry, we are not going to have you in. And I've faced a lot of those, a
Wow.
lot of rejection. A lot
Yeah.
of I've been rejected so many times. If I didn't have God, and if I didn't have faith, and if I didn't have the strength in me, I would have thrown in the towel a long time
Mm.
ago. I've gone crazy. I know a few friends of mine who just went crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And would you say that a support system has contributed towards, you staying sane, even you keeping on going, along with having God
Yeah.
and your faith?
Yes. That keeps you going because uh because my wife
Mhm.
sometimes says, I don't even know how you do this. This is crazy. You've been rejected. You just say no. I tell them, look, if and this is what I tell, I know, you know what? If you have it in you, and the person who has the answer is over there, keep pursuing it no matter what, because you know eventually you're going to get to that person,
Yeah.
him or her, because the more you work, the more you're actually nurturing this strength of yours
Yeah.
in this acting field, the
Yeah.
more you work. So when you actually get the real thing, you'll be ready,
Yeah.
rather than one who sits back and says, oh, they refused me, they rejected me, I'm out.
Mm.
Keep going,
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah. Don't give up. Don't give up, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are,
Do not.
acting and you are trying to get your foot in the ground, or your foot in the door rather, don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
If you know that someone has what you want, do not give up. Yeah. So
Yes.
someone put rejection builds your character. That's very true. That's very, very true. Okay.
Yeah.
So moving on to just talking more about the industry, we have been doing that really uh, already, but what advice would you give to those who would like to break into Hollywood and have longevity in the industry? Because you've been acting for over 20 years now. You've been in the industry
Yeah.
for over 20 years and you're still here.
Mm-hmm.
So what advice would you give to those who not only want to break into Hollywood, but also have longevity and be current?
What I was just saying a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Perseverance. And I will give you a story. I always tell this story everywhere I go. Every interview I have a chance to tell the kids who want to follow in my path
Yeah.
or in anybody's path like this. Perseverance.
Mm.
Once you know that you have that talent that's in you, do not let naysayers get you down. And this is why I'm going to tell you this story. Do you know, every single time I went on the set of a movie, every single one of them, I would say I speak Swahili.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
It never got me anywhere. Oh, I speak Swahili. So, so what? The
Mm.
25th time, hey, I speak Swahili. Nothing. The 40th time, hey, by the way, I speak Swahili. Nothing. The
Wow.
50th time, oh, by the way, I speak Swahili. Nothing. But the 55th time, it worked.
Wow. 50.
I was on the set of the X-Files.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
told this lady that I speak Swahili. And she just the normal thing, she just went away, oh, whatever. Then 10 minutes later, she came, oh, Benjamin, where are you, Benjamin? I thought I was in trouble. I was like, oh, no, why did I open my big mouth? Guess what? Did you say you speak Swahili? Oh, yeah, I do. oh, could you teach the whole set how to speak certain
Wow.
words? I said, oh yeah, I could do that. Guess what? I went in as an extra on the X-Files. That day they bumped me to a principal, and I ended up 3 days working as a principal player.
Wow.
The next day I'll come in, I have my own RV. I'm like, what, with my name on it? I'm like,
Wow.
wow, this was amazing. So I'm telling the young people, if I had given up on the second time,
Mm.
the third time,
Yeah.
the 20th time,
Yeah.
the 25th time, the 30th, would I have gotten this role?
Yeah.
And that changed everything. That changed everything, because when I did when I finally got on the X-Files, now I have speaking role.
Yeah.
I took my daughters. I took my two daughters, Ida, 17 at that time, and Mary, 10 at that, no, 7 at that time, to go audition for Tears of the Sun.
Wow.
It wasn't me going in, it was them I was taking. But then my little girl, 7-year-old Mary, became my agent.
Wow.
How did she become my agent? She started yapping. She said, oh, even my daddy is an actor. I'm like, so when I went to pick her up, the casting director said, oh, by the way, your daughter says that you're an actor. What have you done? I said, oh,
Wow.
well, I've been in about 60, 70 movies or TVs as an extra. But just last month, I got my first speaking role in the X-Files.
Wow.
She said, oh, would you like to read for this role?
Yeah.
That's how I got into Tears of the Sun.
Wow.
My daughter was my agent. But my thing is, people, don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up on your dream. If you have it, and people, yes, you're going to fall many times. Get up and keep going, because you already know that this is my dream. This is what I know how to do. And no matter what I do, I can't run away from it.
Yeah.
There's always that inside of you that tells you this is your thing that
Yeah.
God has put in your heart. No matter how much you try to run away from it, it always comes back.
Yeah.
That's how you.
Yeah.
So don't give up. Keep going. If I'd given up, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll tell the young people.
Awesome. Okay, guys, you heard it. Don't give up. Do not give up under any circumstances. And you never know who can help you in your journey, no matter what you're doing. Yes. So, what would you say are top three necessities to bear in mind when going for an audition?
Okay. Understand the script. Read it over and over again until you know it backwards and forth. And then now immerse yourself. Once you know the lines and all that stuff, now get into it now. Get into that character.
Yeah.
Try and be that person.
Mm-hmm.
When I was waiting for God's Not Dead, that's the first time in my life where I actually auditioned. I actually worked on a script for 6 hours.
Wow.
I had never
Long
done that.
time.
Over and over again, I was doing this. And then when I went in the next day, I auditioned, and then it was like 100 people. Then the next time they called back, there was 2 of us, me and my friend Adita Kumbo. He's a good friend of mine. And they chose me. When I went in there, I told them, by the way, I'm not acting. This is me. That's my character. That's me.
Wow.
And he just laughed. He laughed, and then the next thing when we went out, I found out I'm the one. And then the rest of it is on the day. Be that person you've been practicing all
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
So immerse yourself, read the script very well,
Understand it completely.
understand it,
Then the second thing,
breathe it,
immerse yourself. Now
immerse
start
it.
to get to be that person that you're reading on the paper. Bring him to life.
Yes.
And then the third thing, you're ready now. Go and be that person.
Go and be that person.
You just created. You just created. That wasn't you. You just created somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Go be that person.
Yeah.
That's how I do it.
Yes. Okay, wonderful. Someone has given another question. Post the film of the film, so for God's Not Dead or Beautifully Broken, such films. What opportunities did they present to to you? And have you been able to visit churches, to speak or go on tour with the cast for any of those films?
Yes, for the first God's Not Dead, we did a lot of touring. We did talk. We went to churches and we did speeches and all that stuff. They did give me that opportunity. But for some reason, I don't know what happened. Uh, Maybe it's, I don't know. It's just kind of died down. But I did go to places. Beautifully Broken, I went to 3 places. They flew me out to 2, and one of them was in LA. And I went to did beaches, I went to churches, and I did all that. But I wish it could be more,
Yeah.
more. But for some reason, if you don't have a good PR agent, those things also,
Ah, okay.
those things come into play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because so acting and being successful in it has a lot of facets to it.
Yeah, yeah, because you mentioned
Good
you need
agent,
an agent.
PR, and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. So guys, if you have any questions, feel free to just have them flow through either in the comment box or with the question mark icon. My final question to you, Benjamin, what advice would you give to actors or creatives in general who are in a time such as now where they may have gotten jobs and now they've been postponed or the finance has been cut or postponed or delay or there's a delay with going on set or perhaps the projects have been scrapped altogether. So what
Mhm.
advice would you give to them right now in this moment where, as you've already stated, everyone's at home?
I would tell those people this is the time to nurture your craft. Blessings delayed is not blessings denied.
Love it.
So just consider this period as a time of your blessings delayed, not denied. So keep working, keep writing those scripts, keep reading scripts, keep, you know, getting busy in the job that you know is yours, so that when it's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
You can be the best bicycle whatever rider in the world, but when you throw it away for 10 years and then you get back on it again, you'll find you're kind of rusty and stuff.
Mm,
So this is the moment to get the rust off. Polish, polish. That's all you're doing.
yeah.
And so when the industry opens up again, it's like you never went away.
Yes. It's so true.
Yeah.
It's like you're
And
always
that's why
there.
I'm in the studio right now.
Yes. Somebody did ask cheekily if you could play something for us as you're in the studio.
Oh,
There
oh,
was,
you want to hear some?
there was like a
Oh,
little something, if possible.
okay. Let me see if I can turn on the. Give me 5 seconds.
Okay, no problem.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
Because
cool.
I
That's
had
fine.
not turned on the system, so yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You don't get if you don't ask. Yeah, guys. So any more questions? Feel
Yeah. So
free.
when my system is turning on, let me. Yeah, you can ask me
Yes, we have
something
some
as
more
I'm.
questions. Um,
Mm.
so I did mention some of the things that you do, but somebody has asked, what other gifts do you have other than acting, being an actor? Um, so someone would like to know everything or just as much as you can give what you do aside from acting.
What other gifts do I have
Yes,
that I do besides acting?
yes. Someone would like
I
to know.
come into this. I walk into my studio and I create music, which you're about to listen to. Is one of
Uh-huh.
it that I just did 2 days ago. Was it 2 days ago? Yeah, yeah. So that's what I do. I just
Hmm.
keep myself busy with the creative. I stay in the entertainment industry because that's my strength. If you tell me to go do some other things, I'm gonna fall flat.
Yeah.
Okay, the song I'm gonna play for you guys is It's a Swahili song.
Oh,
So
nice.
those who don't understand Swahili, I'm sorry, but it's a gospel song. It's a gospel song. It says Mungu wangu uh, Jehovah nakupenda, meaning God, my God, I, Jehovah, I love you. So that's what it means.
Okay.
So here we go, song.
Awesome.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'd already muted some things here. Let me make sure that they can hear them all. Okay, here we go. Sorry, my bad. So that's pretty much how it goes. I don't know. I know we don't have time for me to play the whole thing,
Great.
but that's
Wow.
pretty much what
Okay, I got one more question. That was really awesome. I hope you're going to be releasing this soon, releasing these songs soon.
Yes.
Awesome.
I think I'll be shooting the video this week because we're during the quarantine. You have nothing else to do. But hey, I got
Yeah.
all the time in the world, so I'm gonna do the video and then I'll put it out on YouTube. I have other songs. I have tons of songs, both secular and gospel, and put them out there.
My final question for you, or two actually maybe. You also do a bit of script writing, if I'm correct.
Yes,
Um,
yes, I'm
so,
okay.
um, so what advice would you give to those who would love to go into script writing? And what is that like doing script writing?
We're having a little bit of a network problem. I
Yeah.
didn't hear what you just said.
Oh, so you do a bit of script writing. So I'd just like to know, what is that process like to write a script, and a bit of advice for those who are in that arena of script writing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, script writing is one of those things also, like I was telling you that talent, yes, is good and all that stuff, but there's certain things you can't teach. You know,
Ah,
some people know how to write the script because they know the technical part and all that they can write, but the creativity part, they can do everything technically sound and all that stuff, but
yeah,
the creativity is empty, you know. So creative, you can't teach creativity. So
right.
me, when I was young, me and my brother Paco, we used to write stories
Okay.
for the estate kids, and they would line up and say, "Did you finish another one? Did you finish another one? Did you finish another one?"
Yeah,
So that's why when I grew up and I was here, I'm like, let me go back to something I used to do a long time ago, right?
yeah.
And that's how I got back into it, and I've been writing ever since. So
Yeah.
it's writing is creativity. You can't teach that, like I already said.
Yeah.
So I know I'm a very creative guy. That's what I'm into. I'm in the creatives and I'm making music and all that stuff. Whatever. Those are easy things for me because So yeah. So that's my process. I just sit down and I think, okay, today I want to write a story about this and that, and I just go for it. I just start.
Yeah. Wow, awesome. Now we're coming to the end of the interview. There's one more question that I'd love to ask.
Yeah.
Now, you spoke about your book that you are writing, that should be coming out soon, hopefully. So, and the film that that you're in that's coming out soon as well, Jesus Saves. Is there anything else that we have to look forward to coming from you, Benjamin?
Is there any what?
Is there anything else for us to look forward to that's coming from you in the near future that you'll be starting in or releasing?
Yes, I'm hoping. I can't give the cat out of the bag, but there's a
Okay.
sequel
Oh,
coming up. There's two sequels coming up.
okay.
One you guys already know, but I'm not gonna add, I'm not gonna say anything. But I've given it
Okay.
away already. But and there's another one also, a sequel. I got two movies I think coming up,
Yeah.
and my book Jericho. Unfortunately for me, somebody stole my laptop. and I had not saved
Wow.
any of my things. My scripts are all gone and everything,
Wow.
whatever. And my book, Jericho from Jericho to Hollywood, which I'd already written like three-quarters way, whatever, it's gone. So I have to
Wow.
rewrite all that stuff.
From
I'm praying
scratch.
so hard for God to give me the strength to start all over again.
Yeah.
So yes,
Oh, you have
my
it.
book will also be done maybe, if, with God's help, and if I'm motivated again to
Yeah.
finish it, I will do that. But yes, I do have some movies in the pipeline coming
Yeah.
up, and there's some producers who've hit me up and said, "Hey, we're interested in doing this and that with you." So yeah,
Yeah.
so let's hope that. But the Corona, said, we're not gonna do that.
Roland said,
Stay, whatever. But we're all gonna go past this Corona issue. Everybody's gonna be safe, and we're gonna start this thing all over again.
yes, yes, yes. Well, thank you so much, Benjamin, for joining me on Faith in Film. Thank you for giving us a snippet of your music and letting us know a bit more about you and everything that you do. It's been a pleasure having you here with us today.
Thank you, Paula. It was a pleasure talking to you. You're
Oh,
so
good.
awesome. Thank you so much.
Great.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. And we look forward to what you have in store. So guys, if you haven't seen Beautifully Broken, freshman year, check it out. Check out more on his Instagram page, on his Facebook page. Benjamin on Onyango is your Instagram and your Facebook. I'm correct.
Yes.
So if I want to know more about you, you can find more about Benjamin on there.
Instagram is Benji Bendrix, but
Oh,
Facebook is Benjamin Onyango. Yes.
okay,
Mhm.
great, great.
Yeah.
And look out for the sequels that he has mentioned. I've seen some guesses. I don't know if you're correct, but look out for the sequels and for more that he has coming up. And until next time, guys, thank you so much. All right,
Thank you
bye.
so much. God bless.
You're welcome. God bless you too. Bye
Bye.
bye. Take care.
Yeah.